Welcome, welcome, welcome in, beautiful soul. Welcome in. We are here with yet another episode of Real Talk with Charlene. In this one, we're going to segue into parenting. In the previous episodes, we talked about relationship and marriage. Thank you for being here. Welcome in. If you're in the live, welcome in. On the replay, welcome in. Speaking of parenting, I hear my little one at the door. Give me one moment. Share the side thumbs up. In the meanwhile, I will be right back. Welcome in, welcome in. I will be right there. Give me one moment. Family first. I'll be right back. Please be sure to like and share this out. My goodness. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Let me turn this down a little bit. How we're feeling, how we're vibing. Let me tell you, parenting. This one is in divine timing. As soon as I said I'm live, the little one decided, I need your attention now. And it's like so funny, so cute. But anyway, here we are. And we're going to talk about parenting. I just need a sound check. If you could hear me, drop a 1, drop a 2, just drop something to say, hey, I can hear you, girl. Let's go for it. Happy Monday. We're here live every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, as long as my schedule allows. Before we talk about marriage and relationship, different ways you can improve it, and some of the things that may or can go wrong within a relationship. Now, my purpose with this is all surrounding the family. As we know, the family is the foundation of our society. And as we look around, we see not all families, thankfully, but many families have been falling apart and broken apart. And, it leaves a lingering pain that may take some time to heal. And pardon me, part of the reason for doing this real talk with Charlene is to really get down into some of the things that affect our community as a whole. And as you know, if you have something to share on any topic that I bring forward, you're invited to reach out to me at my email address. Let me put that in the chat. That's Charlene Heal at gmail.com. I wish I could type as fast as I could talk. So, if you're interested in being on the panel and you have information, knowledge that you can share to help the community, I always say this is not about me, it's about us. Over here, it's all about the Ubuntu vibration. I am because you are because I am. So, together we vibe and we thrive. So, if you believe you have knowledge that you can share to contribute to parenting, whether you be a vet or you're a new parent, and you have some strategies that has helped you with parenting on your journey, you're welcome to reach out to me and let's share. So getting down to some business at hand, I just want to shout out our member of the week. I have her link pinned in a comment, so make sure you go over to Pandy's Hair Candy and more. Pandy's Hair Candy, and show her some love. Tell her love is coming from Charlene Heal. To all my members, thank you so much for being a member, for supporting me on this journey. So welcome in. Make sure you like this. Make sure you share it out. So let's get into it. What is parenting? Well, in a nutshell, parenting is really just being a parent of somebody. Does being a biological parent mean you're a parent or you're parenting? Not necessarily, because in order for you to parent, you have to be active in your child's life. You must be there for them. You must not be an absentee, because if you're an absentee, you're just a biological mother or father, but you're not a daddy or a mommy, as some may say. So parenting could be really tricky, and we're going to go down the line as we go through these episodes. But tonight, in this episode, the focus is on what to expect when you're a new parent. What are some of the things you can expect when you become a new mother or a new father? I'm going to speak from the mother perspective because that's my area of experience. So let's start from the jump. You're pregnant, you're going through the motions, and let's be honest, let's be real. There's no one book or two books or any amount of books that can prepare you fully 100% for parenting. Why is that? Every child is different. Every relationship, every situation is different. So it's great to read books on parenting, but it does not always apply to your situation. So you're going to have to use logics. You're going to have to use wisdom and intuition. Let me say that again. You're going to have to use wisdom, logics, and intuition to get you through parenting. Every child is different. So for example, if you have 2 children or 3 children, they each may be different. So your parenting style may need to be tweaked depending on who you're dealing with, what personality type. So, as a parent, you need to tap into all of that. So, let me take a moment right now. Just welcome in everyone that's in the chat. Thank you for being here. Love is the answer. Hello, hello. Gamer bro, blessings, my brother. Jaden, blessings to you, my brother. How are you? It's so good to see all of you. Over 40, I'm sorry, I'm saying 40, over 50 and fabulous. Hey, sis, welcome in. How are you? And my other beautiful sister, Mary's Place. Welcome, welcome in. Feel my love vibration to you all. Thank you so much for being here. So let's get back to what to expect when you're becoming a parent. If we're going to go to the physical side of things, when you just have a new baby, expect that you may not get a lot of sleep. Some of the mistakes I made with this, I couldn't take hearing my baby cry. Every time I hear my baby cry, I would get up and run to be there by their side to let them know, hey, mommy's here. I got you. That can be a good or a bad, depending on what perspective you want to take on it. And here's why. You have to be willing to train your children. If you want to develop a certain sleep patterns for yourself and for them, you have to be willing to maybe let them cry a little bit so that they can maybe fall asleep on their own instead of you having to pat them to sleep all the way. These are some of the mistakes that I've made because, I was very emotional and nurturing. I don't want to say over nurturing, but very nurturing. And I just wanted to really be there. But in the long run, I believe that maybe it's best to let the baby cry for a little bit, maybe for 1 or 2 nights, so that they can adjust on their own and then learn to fall asleep without you having to be there and pat them all the way to sleep, or maybe they fall asleep on your chest, which is actually really, really wonderful for you. It feels good. But then that baby becomes dependent on you, and they're always looking for that. And it's not really helping them to develop the independence of sleeping on their own. And what else happens here is that, let's say, for example, you need to go somewhere and maybe leave the baby with a grandparent or an aunt. It's going to be very hard for that person to soothe your child and get them to bed. So when that child becomes so accustomed to you doing certain things for them and they're not having it, it's going to be so much harder for the person that's babysitting for you to get through the babysitting period. So if your mom is like my mom or anyone that babysits for you, you want to make it as easy as possible because you don't want them ringing your phone like, hey, yeah, you better come get your baby. They're not cooperating. So try to make it as easy as possible by just allowing them to cry. They're fine as long as they're fed, they're clean, they're in a safe space. It's okay. Once they break that habit within the first night or two, because they're young and they adjust so easily. And I wish this was something that I knew and that I was strong enough to do, and then let my emotions get in the way. It would have been so much better for me. I would have gotten more sleep. My children would have been more independent from an earlier age, not having to depend on me to fall asleep. So I hope that little lesson there was a big help for you and that you'll be able to learn from that if you're a new parent. For my family in the chat and the family coming after, if you are a vet parent, you've been parenting for over 5 years, please share some ways that you've been parenting. Again, this is a community effort. We're sharing with each other. Share some ways that you were able to parent your child as they were growing. Now, from a female perspective, some other thing that you can expect is that you're going to get thirsty if you're going to do breastfeeding, which I highly suggest, especially if you have a C-section. It's even more important for you to breastfeed your child. Why? Because there's some nutrients, some protection that comes out that gets attached to your child when they are birthed through the vaginal canal. They don't get that when they come out C-section. So they're a little more, let's say, I don't want to say prone to diseases, but let's just say they don't have everything they could possibly have to be ready for the real world. So that's where breastfeeding can come in, and it could help them as they grow and develop. Welcome in, Pow Pow. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. All right, so I see. Guys, don't forget to answer the poll. I put a poll there. If you're a new parent, if you're expecting, if you're a vet, or if you've just been parenting for like a couple of years and you're new to it, please answer that poll. I'm just interested to see what kind of audience we have in the chat tonight. So that's something else you can expect when you're a new mom. You're gonna get thirsty a lot when you're breastfeeding. No one told me this. I wasn't prepared for it. I'm like, wait a minute, why am I so thirsty? So you're gonna have to drink a lot of water before you breastfeed, while you're breastfeeding, and even after you breastfeed. It could be water. It could be maybe some plant-based milk, some nurturing nutrients, a cup of tea, maybe, just to help you to keep your supply liquid. And just a quick tip, if you're familiar with barley, it's a grain. You can boil that and drink it as a tea. That's going to help you with your milk production, just in case your milk production is not very high. All right, so as a new parent, something else that you can expect, besides sleepless nights, besides getting thirsty a lot, is that your life will change forever. When you become a new parent, life is not the same anymore. I'm not saying life gets bad or life gets good. That's all perspective, but your life changes. You start to see things at a whole different level. You see things in a different way. All of a sudden, you're responsible for someone else. I'm not a human being. And it's not just about you. It's about you and that person. The amount of time you had to do things for yourself, or to, let's say, explore, to learn, to enjoy life. You're still enjoying life, of course, but your time availability changes, because now you have to dedicate time and energy to another person. So expect that life will change. And you know what? It's both challenging and rewarding. I'm not going to lie to you. It can be really challenging as a new parent, but allow yourself grace and time to adjust. It's going to be all right. Reach out to other people in the community that might be new parents as well, so you can support each other. Reach out to people that are veteran parents so that they can give you some advice and tips. However, keep in mind, every child, every situation is different. So advice people may give to you may not apply to you. So use wisdom and intuition and see what applies to you and what can benefit you the most. Welcome in, Ricky Live 365. Ricky Live is in the house. How you doing, fam? I haven't seen you in a while. So good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Much love and appreciation. All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come on back and drop a little more knowledge on what to expect as a new parent. And then we are going to wrap it up for tonight. All right, we have 2 quick commercials coming up. Welcome to the merch store. I am not a singer. Thank you for shopping the merch store. All my merch are designed to empower and encourage us with the fact that we can heal ourselves. We are in charge of our wellness. So take courage and be in charge. For customizable merch, you can reach out to me. The customizable merch are great for family events like family reunions, and it's also great for corporate events. So if you have a business and you have a corporate event, reach out. I can help. African people, also known as Black people, have a different nutrition requirement. Oleinka vitamins are created specially for the Black body. Be sure to check the link and shop your Oleinka vitamins today. Vitamins are suitable for the entire family. Yes. So if you happen to be a brown-skinned baby like me, these vitamins are created just for you. You see the nutritional requirements for our body is different from people that are not brown skin. So definitely tap in, click on that link, and be sure to, explore it. Everything that they do is natural, it's organic, non-GMO, and again, is made with us in mind. So those vitamins should help you to bridge any gap that you have with nutrition deficiency, which many of us, I personally have been going through low iron deficiency, but I should be all right now, and I'm so grateful. And also to everyone that shopped the merch store, thank you, thank you. Everyone that supports the channel, listen, I appreciate you. I sure do. Welcome in. My brother Points Blank is in the house. Guys, if you have not seen the live that Points Blank and I did on my other channel, Conscious Business Services and Opportunity, please be sure to go check it out if you are interested in how to repair your credit. Simple, quick, easy ways. When I say quick, I don't mean, okay, your credit is going to go up immediately because that takes time. But the tips that we share, they're not hard to implement. You can do it quickly and then allow it to sit and go. And then the other stream we did together is all about credit cards. What are some of the best credit cards for your lifestyle? Best credit cards that you can have to earn points or to build your credit. So definitely go over to Conscious Business Services and Opportunities and check it out. If you're not connected with me on that channel, you can go to my channels tab, or I believe it might be on the About Me page, and you'll see all the channels that I have and just connect with them. Let the love flow. So, back to parenting. My family in the chat, if you have any tips to share, go ahead and share them. I will read them out so that the people that are coming after who are seeking to learn what to expect when you're a new parent can learn from you. Again, we're a community of love, sharing, and giving. We help each other thrive. So, another thing that you can expect when you're a new parent is the fact that, listen, you're not going to have all the answers. You may not win all the battles. Yes, there might be some battles between you and your children. You may not always see eye to eye. And that's all right. You don't have to win all the battles. And I'm saying this because in my upbringing, the parent supposedly was always right. And as a child, you just had to be quiet and take whatever they were dishing out to you. Well, in today's day and age, our children, our babies, they're speaking their mind, they're speaking their truth. And in my opinion, we need to really allow them to speak and just nurture them in how to speak in respectfully and efficiently and effectively. You see, when you shut a child up, you're affecting their throat chakra, and that energy can go with them for many years in their life. So allow them to speak, allow them to have their freedom in their voice so that when they become an adult, they're not introverted and don't know how to express, or they have this fear of expression because their throat chakra was shut down. Now they have to go work on it and open up that chakra and get it balanced. So allow your children a safe space to express who they are. In my opinion, it's not our job to decide who our children become or to decide who they are. Our job as a parent is to just guide them, nurture them, and allow them to develop and to be who they are. As a parent, you'll be able to see some of the potentials in your children. However, the personality difference may come as a clash sometimes if you don't know how to nurture it, how to approach it, and just how to handle it, period. So expect that you're not going to win every battle, and that's okay. Expect your child may not always agree, especially as they get to a certain age, maybe like the teenage phase. They're not going to always see eye to eye with you, but I encourage you, as your child is young, develop a strong bond with them. that's the time when you want to place good roots into them so that they can understand the importance of family, the wealth of having a great relationship where they can communicate their feelings and their thoughts with you. Because I'm segueing here a little bit into mental health. We all have mental health, and you want to help your child's mental health by allowing them to speak and to be who they are and to share with you. Because you see, if you don't allow them to share with you, when something is happening in their life that might be traumatizing to them or causing them fear or uneasiness within their system, within all their chakras, and they don't feel safe and they don't feel like they can trust you or come to you because you might shut them down and say, hey man, what are you doing? That was wrong. Understand, just like you, just like me, we all make mistakes. So allow your child to make their mistakes. That's okay. Give them that safe space to make their mistakes and to learn from it and grow from it. I personally, and I know many of you may not agree with me, and that's okay. We're not here to fight or to argue, but we're here to contribute from our perspective. I respect you and you respect me. I don't believe that children should be punished when they do something wrong or make a mistake. Allow them to make that mistakes. And from my perspective, it's better you make that mistake while I can see and observe and have a conversation with you. Speak with your children, listen to them, hear where they're coming from. I am guilty of sometimes not listening because I might be busy doing something else, and they come to me at a point where I might be busy, doing something, and then I feel bad about that. So I'm making a conscious effort to listen more attentively and to give them the attention that they need when they need it. Now, I just want to welcome in my beautiful sister, Teacher P. Hey, sis. How are you, my Jamaica connection? Hey. How we doing? How we doing? So good to see you, sis. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone, for being here. Much appreciation. So, let me see. Was there anything else that I wanted to add to what to expect when becoming a new parent? Expect the unexpected. Your child, yes, that sweet child, they're going to do things and say things that you didn't expect. And it might throw you for a loop. So I'm telling you now, expect the unexpected. Children sometimes do things that you don't even phantom in your mind, like, oh my gosh, what was this child thinking? If you've experienced that before in the chat, say yes. I know what you're talking about, Charlene. They do the wildest things sometimes, and sometimes you just have to take a deep breath, be like, all right, you know what? I was a child too, and this helped me a lot when I remember myself as a child, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I was a child too. I may have done some silly things, and my parents probably looked at me like, girl, what are you doing? I mean, babies are babies, children are children. We just gotta make sure they're safe and let them be. They're exploring and they're learning, so be patient and be loving. One of the last things I want to share is that if you decide that you're going to go for counseling or coaching on how to be a good parent or just coaching for your family or parenting, make sure that that coach or that counselor understands your culture and that they're qualified to handle your culture. Why? Culture is paramount to parenting. Your culture, your upbringing, your lifestyle is different from other people. You may come from a certain country, you may come from a certain religion, a certain ethnic background. And all that impacts the way you parent based on your conditioning, your programming, some of the things you grew up seeing. What are you going to bring from your upbringing to your current parenting? Are you going to upgrade it, or are you going to try to apply the same methods that your parent did with you? Or are you going to analyze it and say, okay, my mom did this, my dad did that. Did I like it? Did I not like it? How did that work for me? Was that good parenting? Not to put our parents down at all. They did what they could. But I believe in this generation now, for the new parents, we can take what we've learned from our parents based on our upbringing and we can upgrade it, update it, tweak it, make it better, improve it. After all, every generation should be better than the next. I tell my children, hey, listen, I do my best, but I might not be the best mother, but I'll do my best. And this is what I would like you to do. You take from me what you can and make it better so that you, when it's your turn, you'll be an even better parent than I am to you. So every generation should be improving from the blueprint. They should be adding more. They should be taking out what needs to be taken out because, yes, some things need to get tossed in. Let's keep it real. Miss Neat, oh my gosh, Miss Nita Boo. Hey sis, I haven't seen you in a while. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you all. I feel like I haven't seen so many people come out. Thank you so much for being here. Much appreciation. I love you guys. Oh my gosh, I love my YouTube family. So, like I said, parenting could be a challenge and it's also rewarding. So, as you become a new parent, just be ready for the unexpected. Be open, be loving, be welcoming, be patient, and make sure that you have time set aside for yourself because nurturing yourself is paramount to being a good parent. It's paramount to being an efficient parent. If you're not well rested or if you don't have time for yourself, eventually you're going to break down, unfortunately. So make sure you're taking care of yourself, you're practicing self-care, self-love. And you see, when you replenish yourself, you're able to give so much more to your children. And don't play with your me time, don't play with your self-care. You cannot compromise on that. Why? Because if you're not good enough for yourself, you can't be good enough for anybody. If your cup is not filled, you cannot fill anyone else's cup. And that includes your children. You have to take care of yourself first. And it's not being selfish. It's doing for you so that you can do for others. So set aside your time and make sure you have that me time so that you can unwind, restore yourself, and be at your best as often as possible. That said, we're going to take this down. We're going to tune out. We're going to say goodnight to everyone that came through. I appreciate you. I send you nothing but love and the highest vibration. Meet me back here for our celebration this Saturday at 4:15 p.m. We're going to be celebrating 1300. Thank you to all my subscribers, to all my members, all my super chatters, all the people that support the merch store. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nothing but blessings. So we're going to be celebrating Saturday. Make sure you click on that link and put a thumbs up, put the notification bell on, and come out and let's celebrate 1300. Hey, Tex, my brother, how are you? So good to see you. I'm so happy to see everyone. All right, so we're going to take it out, but before we do, let me just share the results of the chat. So the question is, are you a parenting? The first response, I'm expecting 14%. So congratulations to the people that are expecting. I'm so happy to have you here. If you have any questions, please be sure to either leave a comment on the outside or send me an Instagram message. My Instagram is Charlene Heal All. Charlene Heal ALL. I'll be happy to respond given how much time I have, because sometimes my time gets so busy. So I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. But if you have a question, reach out. I'll do my best to respond. And the other part of the question, the other response was, I would like to be a parent. That's 29%. Oh, to those that want to be parents, I wish you blessings. And I pray that your dreams come true in divine right timing. And for the people that are new parents, we have 14%. So congratulations. Be sure to share your thoughts and your comments outside of this live stream after it ends so that you can help other people, and maybe you guys could develop your own community of new parents and some of the things that you're going through. You can help someone just by leaving your comments. Now, the other part of the question was how many vet parents? You've been a parent for over 5 years, and that's the majority. That was 49%. So, my vets, you have no excuse. I'm expecting you to leave a comment on the outside and just give some advice, some wisdom words to our new parents and our expecting parents. Thank you all for being here. Part of my head wrap, everything wasn't looking on point, but you know what? Just focus on the message. Don't worry with how the messenger looks tonight. I love y'all. Have a good night. Stay blessed. And remember, you are abundantly wealthy. You're abundantly blessed. And you have the power to change your life. Take care, my beautiful friends. One love.